Swiss exports to the U.S. surge as pharma firms rush shipments ahead of tariff threat. October 2025, International Trade Talk. Switzerland's exports to the United States witnessed a sharp rise in September, driven primarily by a surge in pharmaceutical shipments as companies race to deliver goods before potential U.S. tariffs take effect. According to data released by the Swiss Federal Customs Administration, exports to the U.S. jumped by over 40% month-on-month, marking one of the strongest export increases in recent years. The pharmaceutical and chemical industries, key pillars of Switzerland's export economy, recorded a 5.1% increase in seasonally adjusted terms. Pharma industry moves quickly amid uncertainty. The sudden rise in exports reflects strategic behavior by Swiss pharmaceutical giants, such as Roche and Novartis, which appear to be front-loading shipments to the U.S. market. This comes after Washington hinted at possible import tariffs on medical and pharmaceutical goods produced outside the United States. Industry analysts believe that these firms are accelerating exports to avoid potential disruptions in the supply chain, particularly as trade tensions between Washington and its trading partners continue to rise. Companies are trying to stay one step ahead of policy uncertainty, said a Zurich-based economist. When tariffs are on the horizon, exporters push out as much as they can before the rules change. Background: the U.S. tariff threat. Earlier this year, the U.S. administration announced a series of tariff measures targeting countries with large trade surpluses with America. Switzerland, known for its high-value pharmaceutical exports, came into focus as Washington explored ways to push foreign drug manufacturers to increase domestic production in the U.S. In August, reports of a potential 39% import tariff on certain Swiss-made goods created nervousness across the pharmaceutical sector. While no broad-based duties have yet been implemented, the uncertainty was enough to trigger a rush in exports during September. Economic implications for Switzerland. The export boost temporarily lifts overall trade performance, but analysts warn it could be short-lived. If tariffs are enforced, Swiss companies could face declining sales and may be forced to shift part of their production to the U.S. to maintain market access. For the United States, any new tariffs on essential medicines could raise healthcare costs for American consumers and hospitals. The U.S. relies heavily on high-quality Swiss pharmaceuticals, and supply disruptions could have serious consequences for patients. Global trade tensions extend to health sector. The development highlights a worrying trend. Trade disputes are no longer limited to traditional sectors like steel, autos, or electronics. The healthcare and pharmaceutical industries have now become part of the geopolitical battleground. Economists warn that if similar policies spread to other regions, the global pharmaceutical supply chain could face rising costs, logistical challenges, and reduced innovation. Conclusion: Switzerland's export surge to the U.S. in September underscores the growing impact of geopolitical uncertainty on global trade patterns. As major economies weaponize tariffs to pursue domestic industrial goals, even vital sectors like medicine are no longer shielded from trade politics. The coming months will be crucial to see whether these tariff threats materialize, or if cooler diplomatic heads can prevail to preserve the free flow of life-saving medicines across borders.